Welcome back to Cook It Simple with Eric. Today, I love these sandwiches. I love a lot of sandwiches, but this one in particular is a wonderful sandwich. It is a chicken barbecue burger. Look at that. You will love these. So let's get started. Now comes the fun part. We get to create the barbecue chicken burger with these ingredients right here. So what we're using today is 1 pound of your ground chicken. We're going to get 3 patties out of this, so there'll be just a little over 5 ounces a piece. We're going to top it with Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. You can use whatever you prefer. This is just my preference. We're also going to saute up some white onion and some red bell pepper to put on there. I'm making 2 sandwiches today, so I'm doing 2 sesame seed buns, which I'm probably, since I'm indoors, I'm going to just toast in my toaster. But we're also going to have a little provolone cheese melted on top. And then to finish it off, we're going to top it with a couple of dill pickle slices just to put on top. The combination of these flavors will just blow your mind. They're amazing. So let's get started. I've been preheating this 12-inch Griswold cast iron skillet on low heat for probably about 2, not quite 3 minutes on low. So let's go ahead and turn it up to medium, just a little over medium. And let's go ahead and add some olive oil because we're going to saute our peppers and our onions. So let's put some olive oil in it. And again, like anything, you can use whatever kind of oil you want to use. It's your preference. I've got olive oil sitting there, so that's pretty much what I use. So we're starting to see a little shimmer, so we know the olive oil is getting warm there. So let's go ahead and add our onions and our peppers and get them in there. And you'll be amazed at how soon the smell just radiates up into your face from this. I mean, it's just a beautiful smell. Let's go ahead and put a little salt and pepper on it. And we'll coat it with some butter here too, just for some extra flavor. I always like to put a little salt and pepper in there. And just a couple clumps of butter, a little extra flavor. Then we're just going to saute, let them get soft. In the meantime, we can go ahead and start getting our other stuff cooked up, ready to go. We'll let that do its thing for a little bit. So our peppers are still finishing up, getting done. So let's go ahead and make patties. Like I said, we're going to do 3 of them, which will be about 5 ounces a piece, roughly. Depends on how I split them up. What we're going to do, we just want to make it into a ball. I mean, we're not doing anything fancy here. Just kind of pack it into a ball. You don't have to do it real tight, because what we're going to do is once we get it on the griddle, we're just going to squish it with the spatula. So some people here put some people put breadcrumbs in it, eggs, things kind of like what we did with in the tuna episode, the tuna patty episode. I'm not doing that. We're just going to make it just like it would be a hamburger, just like that. So nothing fancy, we're just keeping it simple on this sandwich. Alright, so we've got that. I've been preheating the skillet. So we're going to scoot that closer to us. Then we'll get them put on. Wash our hands, salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic, cook them. We'll be right back. All right, let's check on these. I've stirred them a couple times, but it's been about 7 minutes since we put them in. And as you can see, onions are starting to become a little more translucent, get a little color on them. Peppers, you can see, are kind of turning to like an orangey color. So they're starting to fade in color. That's what we want to see. So we'll let them go for a couple more minutes, and then we'll just set them off to the side so we can finish cooking our stuff here. So let's get to making some chicken burgers. All right, now it's time to get our patties cooked up. I'm just going to put a little cooking spray on it, because these two do tend to dry out a little bit. So you definitely want to have something underneath it. So we're just going to do that. We'll squish it down. Probably going to cook it about 4 minutes each side, maybe a little more, until it's completely done to 165. Now the reason why I smash them on the griddle, because it's kind of loose, and if I smashed them here, tried to put them on, it might break apart. And I don't want that. Like I said, we don't have to squash them too thin. We'll just be patient and cook them all the way through. Trying to get a little caramelization on them, a little crust. So we'll let these go for, like I said, about 4, maybe 5 minutes on this side. And we'll come back. So let me wash my hands real quick so we can put some salt and pepper on here. A little bit of garlic. Okay, I just like to add just a little bit of pepper. I normally just season one side. About what I do on about everything. So no particular reason, that's kind of what I'm used to. Your salt, and you definitely want a little bit of garlic powder on here. There we go. All right, let's cook these about another 3 minutes. We'll be back. So it's been about 4 to 5 minutes. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do that. Pull more cooking spray. Flip it. Look at that beautiful caramelization. That's what we're looking for. There, that is beautiful. That is exactly what we are looking for. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and put our barbecue sauce on, so that way it kind of heats up with the burger. Just a light layer. You put here. I don't go too crazy with it. That's my light layer on it to start with. And right before we put the cheese on, we'll do another layer. Kind of let that spread around this thing, get warm. And this will give the burger a chance to cook on the other side. Alright, let's try that. So I just checked our temps. We're about 140, 145 now. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to add some provolone on top of these guys. And like I said, at this point, if you want to add more barbecue sauce, go ahead. But I think I'm going to put a little layer on the bottom of the sandwich. So here, let the provolone melt down while it's finishing up its final cooking. The peppers, everything are looking amazing. The peppers and onions, everything smells delicious. I'm going to go ahead and do a temperature check real quick. See where we're at since our cheese is getting nicely melted. We're about 155, 160. Everything's looking about 155, 160. So we're going to go ahead and turn the burner off. Let it rest for a few minutes while we build our sandwich. Then we're going to try these things. So now that everything is done, let me show you how I build mine. I like to take a little bit of Duke's mayonnaise and I'll put it on top and bottom. Like that. Like I said, I just toasted my buns in the just toaster. Nothing fancy. Just a light layer. So these are my bottoms right here. So I am going to add just a touch more barbecue sauce. Not a lot. Since it is a barbecue chicken burger, gotta have the barbecue sauce. Now we want to take our chicken patty. Just like that. Let me get this one out of the way here. That other one will be for lunch. Okay. Don't ask me how I do it. I have a tendency to make a mess every time I cook. But it happens. Okay, so then we want to put some onions and some peppers right on the top there. And these things, look how perfectly those turned out. Just beautiful. There we go. Put a little bit of more on there. Get on there. Okay, so once we have those, then we just take our little pickles. I like to use dill pickle. You can use bread and butter pickle, just whatever your preference is. I think dill goes very nicely with the whole combination, with the barbecue sauce. And let's put that on there. Stubborn pickle. Put that one there. That right there. Okay, once we got that built, we just put the lid on them. Boom. That right there is wonderful. You will love it. All right, let's try these things. Now it's time to taste them. You know this is always my favorite part. But these sandwiches, they look amazing, they smell amazing. I have no doubt they're going to taste amazing. So let's try one. And did I mention they're a little messy? My God, these are so good. Again, another recipe you have to try. Barbecue chicken burger. It's so amazing. And messy. But once again, thank you for tuning into my channel, Cook It Simple with Eric. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And other than that, I'll see you next week. Thank you.